is it those ones where we can take the feet down?
Yes.
Yes. So that Washington, you're sitting here.
Yeah.
And you then unclip and you take these. How do you do it? So he takes the feet down so that's what gets Lucinda's attention. Hori, he's about to do something alone, and you look at him, you slip. You're not interested, and that the Washington one, and then so you then obviously unclip with difficulty, and then you make the stand.
Just push them up.
How do I?
No.
Is it up?
Yeah, up, yeah.
How, Sam? Set is about communication. Set is about relatability. Set is about, can you get these words off the paper and people believe that you are their safety net, both crew and cast. They know that no matter what's happening, Nthabi's got you. We're their safety net as directors because we approve the picture and we make sure everybody looks great. And you must really like the He does.
Oh, is that why he said this is big brother?
Yeah. The thingies of the feet are coming off. And then he comes up and then he starts to lose balance. Then comes forward. We find ourselves in this moment 15 years later where I'm like, I'm still here. And it's such a blessing to still be here. It's strange. I never thought that first conversation where that man said, Nthabi, I think you're a director, was not a conversation I think or thought would lead me here. I started acting because I thought that was the end all and be all of who I was going to be. I was a thespian, and I was going to move the world and move around the world and go to Hollywood eventually, And then life happens and I got married and I'm fiercely private. And I wanted to have children and I knew I couldn't do that while I was an actress and I wanted to diversify. There's other avenues of storytelling. There's other avenues for me to express my art, to even showcase it, for a better word, to say that this is what it is. Because at the crux of it, at the end of it, it's about story. Finding a benefit between coming from any department to directing is that everything works when you've experienced everything, or at least one thing in its entirety, so you don't have like a naive way of thinking of the way things happen. You've lived it. You've got lived experience. As an actor, it makes me such a in-tuned director because then I understand their plight. I understand their struggles. I understand their wins. I understand when they want to win because I've been there. I know exactly what they need in order to get what they want to come to fruition because I've been there. And being there makes me a lot more accessible because they feel like we share dialogue. So we share dialogue that I absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, completely relate with because I've been there. So there's a trust factor that other directors may not have if they come from just the technical world. What makes her so damn special? Because and you must forgive them. You're not tricky but somehow princess. Yeah. Wow. Then I figured because I had that advantage, how else do I buffer myself? How do I make it meaty and fatty-nyana? Put fat on the bone a bit. Then I went to school and studied the technical side, so I buffered it up. I was a 35-year-old in a class with 19-year-olds. It was a little disturbing, but, it prepped me for youngins, I think, on some level, but it also allowed me to learn another avenue that could also be able to buffer this side, and then I'm even more reachable. I was very mad at you first. Sorry. Then I came in late. I was like, I don't understand. This is not the story. Yeah. I'm doing those checks. I was going to see this other camera. Oh, okay. So then I was like, okay, found this. Then I was like, okay, fine. Having a collaborative sense of working and workflow is so important, because our positions and let's call this a team. If Tami gets sick, it literally is a big injury to the team. If we lose our makeup department, we will not be able to function because people need to look a certain way on screen. If we lose our standbys, we are all interrelated. We are one thing. We're like a whole body. There's a spine, there's a spleen, there's a liver, there is lungs, and every organ is important.
Thank you. We are set.
The notion that you are a one-man island is quite disturbing to me, because who are you then going to work with? Because it's so collaborative, it's so interrelated. You don't want to alienate anybody on this team, because everybody is always picking up for somebody. You know, one day somebody's picking up for me, I might miss something and my AD picks it up. So we are all one thing. We're a network, and we can't do without the other. And I think it's a lesson a lot of people need to learn, because a lot of people do walk into these spaces thinking that they've got a hero syndrome and it's about me and I'm going to save this. No, you can't save it without X people. And oddly enough, it's the ones that never say anything, it's the ones that people give the least accolades to, that are the most important. If Ntate Vumisa does not pick up an actor in the morning, we can't shoot. It starts at our drivers, and then it works its way up to Boji. If Boji do not switch the lights on, we can't shoot. So everybody is important. There's no hierarchy here for me. We are all equal. We are all here to collaborate. We are all here to make something special, and we all have equal partnership in it. And the moment people understand that, if people understand that we all have a stake in it, that's when you see magic, because then we all have collective buy-in.